hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times.
Welcome to Crafty Beach. This is Julie, and today I have 15 easy Christmas DIYs for you using supplies from the Dollar Tree and a few items from the Dollar Spot. Now, this is an adorable little gift bag that I was able to find at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to turn one of their beautiful little gift bags into a Christmas sign. I wanted to make all the DIYs today really quick and simple because we don't have a lot of Christmas crafting left. This is probably going to be my last Christmas video for the year. I'm going to switch to more winter decor content, and hopefully I'll get my craft room organization done too. I know a lot of you guys were wanting to see that. So the first thing I'm doing is just cutting off the front of the bag. That has less folds, so it's going to be the flatter side. And I want to make sure to get the whole image. So I kind of cut it a little longer on the sides and the bottom. Now, it's a pretty large gift bag, but I am able to use my paper cutter, but only for the sides. The bottom's going to be way too wide, but that's okay. That'll save me a little bit of cutting. But, you know, cutting straight lines, not too hard. And we're going to use some Dollar Tree foam board that you see there, the black foam board. And we're just going to make a really quick, easy, lightweight sign that actually looks really cool. So I'm not going to frame it out or anything because I don't want to cut off anything. I don't want to cover anything up like the North Pole or anything like that. We're just going to use the entire front of the bag. So I went ahead and cut it down. This is the little ready board. I can only find black, which is fine. I don't think you're going to be able to see it at all in the final result. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay my gift pack. I have it to size now. And I'm going to use an ink pen and kind of just carve like a little line into the foam board so I'll know exactly where to cut. And this makes it way easier when I go in with my razor blade because my razor blade knows exactly where to go. Now you're going to want to make it slightly smaller than your gift bag so it doesn't stick out on the sides or anything like that. So keep that in mind when you're lining it up. Now the trick to cutting these foam boards and not getting like a really raggedy cut is to lay your blade down as flat as you can. So I have my hand as close to the mat as I can so my blade gives a really smooth cut on the foam board. And that, since I started doing it that way, they cut so much nicer. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this to make sure it's the right size. It looks pretty good. I was wondering what to do with the fold part here at the top. You could leave it. I just noticed there was a piece of cardboard in there, so I just went ahead and popped it out. But it's no big deal if yours doesn't open as easily as mine did. I just removed the cardboard, and then I thought, well, I might as well just cut this off too, just to get it out of the way. It's going to make it Mod Podge to the foam board smoother. So that looks good. Now the secret to Mod Podging this on is you're going to want to cover every surface of your foam board, but you're going to want a very thin coat. Depending on the bag, some of them like to wrinkle a little bit. This one was pretty good. I just made sure to get it everywhere, but again, just a thin coat, so don't go too crazy with the Mod Podge. Once I have it all covered, I'm going to go ahead and line this up. You have a little bit of time to move it from side to side if you need to, and then just smooth it out, trying to get out any air bubbles that I can. I mean, if you do get a few, they will probably kind of disappear on their own within a couple of days, hopefully. And we have it on there. Now you'll notice that I have like the original holes on there for the bag, and I left those on purpose because I thought we could actually make them into hanger holes for the sign, right? So I like to kind of have a finished surface on mine. It kind of gives it more of a canvas texture. So I'm just using Mod Podge, another thin coat on top, and just going side to side, trying to keep that as smooth as possible. I'm going to go in and give that a quick dry. I have to be a little bit careful using heat on a foam board. It does like to melt if you get too close with it, but I've got it pretty good and dry. I do have like a bubble here and there, but again, I think they'll go away on their own. I just use a Cricut weeder and I'm just poking through the foam board right where the holes were for the sign. And you know what? We might as well just use the hanger. It's red rope and I don't really have any other red rope to make a hanger, so I just fed it in from the back and replaced the little plastic hanger with a knot to make it look a little bit better. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here on the other side, and it's plenty long enough to serve that purpose. And we had it, so we might as well use it. But look how cute this turned out. If you wanted to, you could even like cut with your blade on the different pieces of wood to make it look more textured if you wanted to, but I thought it looked pretty cute on its own. I love their gift bags. Sometimes they get some really great things at the Dollar Tree in the gift bags, and great artists. So this is it, my little North Pole Reindeer Games Christmas sign. If you're short on time but you want to get some Christmas decor in there, that's a fun DIY. Now check out these great water bottles that I found at Target Dollar Spot today. I couldn't believe it. I haven't seen these at all. They were $3 a piece for these water bottles, and I had to buy two because I thought these would make the cutest like little vases for Christmas. I think they're just adorable. So I'm just going to pop off the lids and pop out the straws. I kind of want my boots to have cuffs on them like that, but there's really no way to fill it in with flowers with those, so I'm going to have to kind of replace that with something on my own. Luckily, the stickers are super easy to remove, and I am just in love with these boots. They're so cute. I'm definitely going to be keeping these from year to year. Now, they are plastic, so they're not super heavy, so I'm just weighing mine down a little bit with just some Dollar Tree pebbles, just to make them not so wobbly. Now, this is what we're going to fill it with, mistletoe. I picked up 3 of these little mistletoe arrangements from Dollar Tree. It's a nice frosted leaf and like little white berries, super cute. So I have 3, so I'm going to go ahead and cut one up and do half of it in one boot and the other half in the other Santa boot. And these are going to be a little bit lower, so I went ahead and cut those all down individually. The other 2, I'm just going to leave them attached. It's going to make arranging it even easier, and it's going to make it taller. I just kind of need to see how much I need to cut off. And about 3 of the little notches there on the bottom. I'm just going to, can't really cut them with those floral scissors from Dollar Tree, but you can kind of notch them a little bit if you need to. But just wind it back and forth, and you can pop off whatever you need to. So then I can kind of spread these out. I'm going to go ahead down into the pebbles, which also helps me to kind of like arrange the floral arrangement. And I thought these were great. They're not too colorful. I mean, if you wanted to bring some red in, you totally could. But I thought these were really classy looking, these mistletoe. So I went ahead and filled up both faces. So 1.5 of the mistletoe in each one of the little Santa boots. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I did want like little cuffs for the top of the Santa boots. I thought that would make them look really cute. I went and searched my stash, and I can't believe it. I don't have like any stockings or anything. I've used them all in crafting this year. So the only thing I could find that was kind of comparable in my stash was some of this white velvet ribbon that I actually got at Valentine's Day. And so I thought, hey, why not? This will work. It's a little bit too thick, but you don't get very much on a package. I was shocked by that. I had to check the package. I was like, wait, I just opened this. They only give you a yard of the velvet. So I'm going to cut down 2 of the pieces, big enough to go all the way around the boot. And since it's thicker than the lid, I'm going to kind of use that for reference to cut it down a little bit, just to make it skinnier. I don't want to cover up the entire black boot. I just want like a little cuff to the top of the boot like Santa's boot has. So I'm going to cut that down to size, try to get that line as straight as I can, and then use that for reference to cut down my second one. I love this DIY. I can't wait to display this. You know, your girl still has not decorated for Christmas. Can you believe that with all the DIYs I have? You know, my husband was sick on Thanksgiving. He gave it to me and my son, and I was sick forever. I still don't really feel my best. It was nasty. But because of that, I don't even have my tree out of the attic. I just have Christmas decorations everywhere that I've DIY'd, and I feel like I'm in chaos. But the good news is my son is done with finals tomorrow, so I'm going to pick him up from college, and he has promised to help me get everything decorated. Everything out of the attic, everything out, and he does such a great job. You guys know he's so creative. He used to give me so many good ideas. So I just attached both of the velvet ribbon cuffs to my little plastic boot with a little bit of hot glue, making sure the seams are in the back. And here they are, our little Santa boots. Who would know those were water bottles, right? They probably should have just sell them as vases because I think they're so cute as that. And this is how they turned out. My little dollar spot Santa boot planter filled with Dollar Tree mistletoe. So cute. I've seen these like for other seasons, but I've never seen the Santa boots there, so I was really excited to find those. Hey guys, I wanted to take a quick moment out of today's video and let you know about my private Facebook group. It's linked in the description below. We would love to have you. You can share whatever you've been DIYing and get to see what everybody else has been making and find out when I post new content. I also am active on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest, and my handle is Crafty Beach on YouTube. Okay, are you ready for another super easy Christmas DIY? I picked up 2 placemats from the Dollar Tree. I made sure to get 2 different ones that kind of coordinated, and that way I can have a reversible pillow. Now, I don't really use fabric placemats. I usually use a tablecloth if I'm going to use something. But I love making pillows out of these. They already have the seam. You know, they're reinforced with back fabric, which is going to make them thicker. But if you can only find one and you kind of really like it, they are like double layers like this. So you could always cut the seam off one end like that. Stuff the pillow and reseal it with hot glue, and you would only need 1. But I found 2, and I can't decide which side I like better. I like them both. Happy holidays, very traditional Christmas. We're going to start here on the top of the placemat on the back of the back one and just do a bead of hot glue and then just match up my top one. And so we're doing back to back, just hot gluing that together, trying to keep my seam as tight as I can there so you don't really see the back. They are the exact same size. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on the right side. We're going to do 3 total sides, gluing that down to give us like a little pillowcase to DIY a holiday pillow. Now I'm also going to do like maybe half of this one, just leaving an open pocket there for this to stuff. Now Dollar Tree does have polyfill now. You don't get very much though, but I always have kind of a tradition that I always save old bed pillows so that I don't have to buy polyfill because I'm cheap. But you can get it at Dollar Tree now, so I was happy to see that. So I'm just unloading an old pillow and we're gonna stuff this pillow. DIYing your own holiday pillow like this is so easy, and hot glue seems to hold up just fine. It's not like you're going to be washing this all the time anyway. I wonder how well they would hold up in the washer, but I usually do these like on my little hall tray in my entryway. Sometimes I even put them outside, like on my bench and my entryway out there, just a cute little place where you want a holiday pillow. But you could always put them on your couch. This fabric is nice and soft, and it would be comfortable, just a small pillow. And I kind of rearrange it, keep adding stuffing until I want it to be super full so that it is all filled out. So I'm just kind of checking it out, seeing if I have enough fluff in there, kind of wiggling it. This is the best time to arrange your fluff before you seal it. And then I'm going to hot glue it shut. So you kind of have to work fast with this. Put your hot glue down, try to get it lined up, try to keep the fluff out. And the little finger protectors from the Dollar Tree always work great so you don't scald yourself with hot glue. And that's all there is to it. I told you, quick and easy. We have a happy holidays, beautiful wreath on one side, and then we have like that holly print on the other side. So easy to do, and I think this is really cute for Christmas. Holiday pillows is one thing I usually don't save from year to year just because I don't have the storage space for them. So when I'm done with it, I usually donate mine. But this is how it turned out. This is the happy holiday side, which I can't decide which side I like better. I thought I would use that side, but you know what? Look how beautiful the holly side is of the pillow. Maybe I'll switch it up and it'll look like I have a different pillow there from time to time. So happy holidays, and the reverse side. So we have a reversible Christmas pillow DIY. Okay, the next sign, I picked this up from Dollar Tree, just from their home decor section. Had 4 houses for 4 letters. I thought we could do something Christmassy with that. Now, it is black letters against like a white background, which I'm going to Mod Podge the little houses. I thought that might show through a thin napkin. And so I am going to have to paint them to cover up or mask that black letter. And we're going to do a really cute little Christmas DIY on these. There's lots of 4-letter words that you could use for Christmas. You could use Noel. You could use snow. What else could you use? Star. There's probably a lot of words. We're going to do Noel, even though I thought about snow because of those napkins that we're going to use. But, I don't believe in snow here. So we're going to do Noel. So I'm just painting the front of those, and then I'm also using my little brush from the Dollar Tree and just kind of dabbing the top to make it look like each one of the little house roofs has like a dusting of snow. Just a very light dry brush on the top of that. I tried to avoid getting any paint on the little wood beads that are natural wood in between each one of the houses. But again, I just painted them white, and you could see that you could still see that letter through. So I did have to go over it with several coats before I was able to mask that. I want to make sure that it's completely masked. I don't want any of that coming through interfering with my final design. Now, these are the Dollar Tree wood letters. You get the whole alphabet in one package for $1.25. I'm just going to pick out the letters for Noel. And then we're going to paint them white too, because we're going to make the little houses that red snowflake pattern. So I think white will look really pretty on that, kind of stand out. Just a very simple little Christmas sign, and I thought these signs were really interesting from the Dollar Tree, so I wanted to see if I can make something for Christmas with them. My Dollar Trees are all, like, a bunch of them have switched to Dollar Tree Plus now, and it's kind of, I don't know where anything is anymore. They've moved everything on me. I was kind of angry at first. And I'm using Dollar Tree Plus a little bit, but the other store that went Plus, I was trying to avoid it because I spend more money there. The $3 and $5 stuff gets me. But this is a Dollar Tree napkin. It's just red with white snowflakes all over. I thought it was really pretty, and I thought this would look really nice on those little houses, make them all the same color and pattern. And it is a 2-ply napkin, so if you're going to Mod Podge, you have to separate the layers to get this to work properly. But I love using napkins. It gives you such a fun texture on top, kind of crinkly-like look. And I just cut down a strip that's going to be big enough to go on all my houses. We're going to do this all in one swoop to make it easier. Now, once we have that all cut out, we can go ahead and start on the Mod Podge process. Whenever you do Mod Podge in napkins, again, very thin coat. I mean, as thin as you can get it of Mod Podge. And I do that on the front of all of my houses, trying to make sure that I get around all the edges as well. And then I'm just going to lay the napkin right on top. I kind of line my straight edge up with the bottom so I don't have to worry about cutting that off down there. And then just smoothing that out, making sure it's stuck to every single one and giving it a quick dry with my heat gun. I'm not going to Mod Podge on top because I really like that texture of the napkin. And then I just need to cut it down to size. I'm using my little finger sander. I got this at Target. It's really great for small sanding projects like this. The only problem I was having is like where the little wood bead was kind of getting in my way a little bit, but I'll show you here in a second how I fix that. If any of the corners start to come up too, you're going to want to Mod Podge that right back down. You want to make sure that nothing gets ripped. So I went ahead and kind of carved out our first house. And then we're going to do the same thing here with house number 2. And I think it's just easier to do all of it at once instead of cutting down individual pieces for each one. And then I got smart and decided to bring out my razor blade and cut where all the wood beads were because I really can't get the finger sander in that area. And I don't really want any of my napkin to rip off where it shouldn't. But the napkin is so thin, it's so easy to sand. You're going to get a perfect cut covering the front of each one of your houses. Again, avoiding those little wood beads. Now all we have to do is attach our letters. I'm just going to do like a couple of beads of hot glue. I don't want too much hot glue. I don't want it coming out, but just enough to keep the letters on there. They're wood, but they're not very heavy. And we're just going to spell out the word Noel. Super cute and just a fun little idea for these new signs like this. And something, you know, you can take something like this that's not a Christmas decoration and make it into one. Isn't that so cute? So Noel, our little napkin decoupage houses. And here's a little close-up of our Noel sign. I think this would look great in any decor. You know, most of my living room, I do coastal Christmas, but different areas of my house, I like to do different themes. So we're going to be doing a lot of different themes in today's video, so I can kind of decorate every little nook and cranny of my house. Now the next DIY is so easy. I found one of these little poinsettias from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. It's got a pot and everything, and it's got a beautiful white, velvety poinsettia in it. And I thought that would look really cute in one of these little dollar spot trays. This is the Christmas tree one they have this year. It is $5, but it's really cute. And I thought, what can I put in there? And I'm like, I think this would be a really good display for this poinsettia that I got at the Dollar Tree. I don't really like the fact that the pot is plastic, so I did pick up some of the velvet ribbon. This is a jumbo roll that I did get at Dollar Tree Plus for $3. And there's a ton on here compared to that one that we used earlier. And it's a really nice shade of green. I'm just going to cut off enough to kind of overlap my pot. I'm not going to get it super tight on here. I just kind of want something to kind of disguise the plastic. So I do kind of put my first one on at a little bit of an angle and then try to pull it tight. And then kind of cutting that down where it kind of has a straight seam, but it's going to be all kind of pulled at an angle because the bottom of the pot is skinnier. I still don't have it super tight down there, but I don't think it's going to need to be. I just wanted something to kind of disguise the plastic pot and make it look a little bit more finished. The poinsettia itself is perfect and it holds shape pretty well, so you can kind of arrange it. I just placed mine in my little dollar spot tree, and then I decided, oh, I should fill the bottom. So I took some Dollar Tree snow and just put a little bit in there, scatter it all around, and then just place the poinsettia in there. A beautiful green and white Christmas decoration that would go just about anywhere. Isn't this cute? I think this would look really cute in a bathroom or something like that for a Christmas decoration. And I'm a big fan of those dollar spot trays. We'll have another one later on in the video. I had to get both of them because they were so cute. But this is how it looks with a Dollar Tree poinsettia inside, with a little sprinkle of the sparkly Dollar Tree snow at the bottom. Quick and easy, like all of our Christmas DIYs today. I wanted to make sure they were all quick and easy and fast because I know we don't have long till Christmas, right? Now, these are the new bottles from the Dollar Tree, and I'm kind of obsessed with them. Every time I see them, I buy them, especially these clear ones. They come in different colors, and they have a little battery pack inside with batteries and lights. So you can do a little light up bottle. Isn't that so cute? And I've never seen anything like this at Dollar Tree before. I was really impressed with it. I thought we could make a really cute little Christmas bottle just by using a Dollar Tree window cling. So I picked up the gingerbread house one, and I thought this would be really cute in my kitchen because gingerbread have taken over my entire kitchen and dining room. At least that part of my house is decorated, right? And I am just putting that on the front. It's glass. It's a window cling, so you don't have to glue it or anything. And then these are the lights that go inside. The battery's already in there. And just pull out the tab and just have to unwind the wire for all the little LED lights. I was trying to think of something that I could put in the bottle that would look Christmassy, but doesn't really cover up the lights. I thought about pine, but then I kind of decided to switch it up and go more white, and I'm going to use some of the Dollar Tree snow for this. I tried a craft funnel at first, but I think my craft funnel that I picked was a little too small because it was taking a little bit too much effort. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just make a mess. So I'm just going to sprinkle some in here, about half of what I have. And then we can like put the lights in there and kind of go there from there. I'm not going to be able to fill it up too much just because I didn't have very much of the snow. And I just kind of string it inside about halfway and then dump some more snow in, put some more lights in, kind of see where we're at. You're going to want your power switch to be on the back where you can turn it on and off to make it easier. And you can also kind of rearrange exactly where your lights are to get it how you want it. I decided I wanted more snow, so I decided to dump the rest of it in there. Kind of is like a snow globe kind of thing. But that white glittery snow really glistens with the lights, and you can usually see the lights through the snow. But again, I'm not going to fill it up very full, just enough to have a little snowy effect. Isn't this so cute? I thought that would make a really easy Christmas counter DIY for my kitchen. And then to finish it off, I love red and white gingham with gingerbread. So I just got some Dollar Tree ribbon, and I'm just going to tie that around the neck of the bottle. I'm going to go back in and double knot that. It's going to make it a little bit easier. I was having a hand spasm and I was trying to make this bow. Oh my goodness, I've never had that happen before. And I'm just going to tie a simple bow when my hand decided to stop doing whatever it was doing. And tie it, and I tie mine where I try to make sure that you can see all of the print because it's not a double-sided ribbon. And then just cut off the two tails, just a quick little ribbon for the top. Such an easy DIY and so cute. I love these bottles. I have stocked up on them because I think you could probably use these for just about any season. And I love a light up bottle, and one for $1.25 I think is a really good deal. It's also like a really pretty bottle. The cork looks a little cheap, but you kind of need it because it has your batteries in it. I guess you could always paint that too. But this is how mine turned out with my little twinkle lights inside. A little gingerbread decoration on the front goes great with the white snow inside. And this is how it looks with a little bit less light. Super cute, and I love things that light up for Christmas. Okay, the next DIY, I found this Believe sign at Dollar Tree just in their home decor. It wasn't even Christmas, but I thought it would be perfect for Christmas. It's wood with white Believe on there, and I wanted to paint it red, but I was afraid that if I painted the letters red, I would get it all over the wood back, so I'm just going to leave it. And then I got a Christmas ornament at Dollar Spot for only $1, and I just picked up a little wood Santa hat. I thought that would be so cute on here. Any way you can add a Santa hat, I kind of wanted to make it a little Santa sign. And I thought we could make like one of the letters look like a Santa hat. The B's nice and big, so I think that's where we're going to put it. And so simple to do. All I'm going to do is hot glue that letter there, right where it's going to sit, and just glue the ornament to the top. Isn't that ornament so cute? And I think it's perfect with a little Believe sign, and you can't get much easier than that for a DIY, right? Again, I did want to paint the Believe red, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that neatly. So we're going to leave it white, and I think it looks really cute white too. And again, it was just from their home decor aisle. I found this little Believe sign, but I thought it was perfect for Christmas. You know, we were traveling for Christmas, and so we're going to have Christmas early. And my son has played along with Santa all the way up until college. I think he likes playing along with me. So I'm wondering if he's going to expect that before we leave. Hey guys, if you're enjoying today's video, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps it. Don't forget to subscribe. We are trying to get to 30,000 subscribers. Now, remember when I said I love that Dollar Spot tray? Here is the other one they had. This is also $5 from Target Dollar Spot this year, and it is the red present. I thought it would look really cute as a little snowman display. I mean, they're not very big, but I think they really kind of make a statement. Now, this snowman is just a Christmas ornament from Dollar Tree. He's actually pretty cute, and I think with a few modifications, we can make him look even better. The first thing I'm going to do is just pop off his little arms. I don't like the fact that they're dark brown like that. It makes them look like cheap plastic. So I thought we could kind of DIY those, make those a little bit better. I have like a shade of acrylic that's just a way lighter shade of brown. Not really sure what color this is. And I'm just going to use my distressing brush here from the Dollar Tree. And I'm only doing a thin coat because I want like half of that dark brown to show through. So it kind of gives it a faux wood grain, kind of makes them look a little bit more realistic than the dark brown plastic that they were before. So just a quick, easy update to his arms. And then just a few more touches. He's really not too bad. I love his little red beanie. I love his scarf. He's got buttons on the front. He's got coal eyes. He's got a carrot nose, so he's pretty cute. To make sure they stay, I'm just going to put a dot of hot glue and then just put my arms right back in their holes. And it's a lot easier to DIY this little ornament from the Dollar Tree than to actually make your own little snowman. And then his beanie is super cute. I thought it would be even cuter with like a little pom-pom ball at the top. And I have a little white pom-pom left over from a gingerbread kit that I got from Dollar Spot this year. So I'm just going to hot glue that to the very top of his little beanie hat. And that looks super cute. And then I don't like the fact that his eyes and the carrot nose are super shiny. It just makes them look like cheap plastic. So I just go in with a thin coat of Mod Podge. This is the matte Mod Podge on both of those. And it's going to take away that glossy look and give it a little bit more of a high-end look. So I did the nose and then I went back and I also did the eyes. I don't want it so thick that it's going to be white. I just want it to dry clear. But otherwise, I think he's perfect and he's ready to display in our little red gift. He looks so, the colors are perfect. I'm going to just use a little hot glue to center him on my little present so he will stay put and not fall over. And then just like we did before, we're going to fill in the bottom with some of the faux snow from Dollar Tree. It's going to look like a little fun wintry scene inside this Christmas present. And again, obsessed with those trays from Dollar Spot. I am a shopper that shops at Target almost every day, and I have to walk past Dollar Spot, so it's not my fault. When I see it, I have to have it sometimes, right? Work hazard. And this is how it turned out, our little snowman. Isn't it so cute? Very wintry, but also Christmassy because it's also in the Christmas present, which just makes a great stage to show off this cute little ornament. And it's pretty large too. You really wouldn't think that that would be a Dollar Tree ornament, but I love how it turned out. Now this is why I try to avoid Dollar Tree Plus because I get items like this for $5, but it's super cute. It's a white triangular Christmas tree. It's got burlap back. It says, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." And I'm just peeling off that pesky sticker there on the bottom. But we're actually going to switch up themes here. Now we're going to go like kind of a more farmhouse, red and black buffalo check theme. And I know a lot of you guys love that theme and have asked for it. So that's why I wanted to give you guys some DIYs. And then I thought I would replace the little Mary on mine with one of their little wood signs that has the little deer head on there. I thought we could give it that farmhouse vibe on that. So I'm just going to paint that with a little makeup sponge and some red paint. Otherwise, I mean, everything's kind of already done on there. I guess that's what you're paying $5 for, right? My original plan when I bought that was I was going to make it a coastal Christmas tree, but I kind of have enough coastal Christmas decorations, so I thought we would kind of modify it in this theme instead. Now, used to Dollar Tree, I expected this part to be paper or cardboard, but it was actually metal. I was kind of surprised by that. So I'm just going to pop off the word Mary. It was attached to it with just a few staples. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove those two with a pair of pliers, and then we can attach our Mary. Now, I kind of wanted to be bumped out like the Mary word was, and the little bump out was attached to that, so I kind of have to replace it with something else. So I decided to use some of this. I have some of this really thin foam tape that I got at the Dollar Tree, and so I'm just going to cut out a couple strips of that. It wasn't quite thick enough to bump it out, so I am going to double it up, and that made it thick enough to kind of give it that 3D effect. And it's also going to serve the other purpose of attaching it to the burlap sign. So I kind of stuck them to each other and then peeled off the back, and we're going to stick that to the burlap right like that. It just gave a nice pop of color to this sign that really didn't have any color at all. And I'm making sure I don't really want to overlap the words above it and below it too much, so I did rearrange mine there a little bit, but the Christmas word, I like it. It can stay put. I'm just trying to arrange it so it pops out a little bit more. Then for the tree topper, I picked up this little tree topper at Dollar Tree with that red and black buffalo check that you guys love so much. And it's just a matter of popping off this little tree topper holder. I don't really need that. It's in my way. So I use a little bit of heat, and it's just attached with hot glue. It pops right off. Now there is like a little plastic tab that's still there though, so we will have to get rid of that because it's kind of in the way. But I think this tree definitely needs a tree topper to give it a little bit more character. So I'm just going to kind of peel off any hot glue that might be hot there, and then just use some heavy duty scissors, and we're just going to cut through that little plastic tab there until we can just pop that off. Trying not to damage my fabric at all. And it's still kind of a hard part to attach, so I thought I would cut a little slit if I could in the fabric and plastic, just so I can kind of shove the tip of the tree in there a little bit more. It's going to give me a little bit more contact space when I go to glue it on. And my tree wants to lay all the way down, so I am going to have to prop it up a little bit to get my hot glue to dry. But I put a little hot glue there in between my tree topper and that beautiful wood frame for the tree, and trying to hold it up so it kind of stays put. And then I decided to also reinforce it on the back a little bit. But I decided I needed to kind of prop it up to make it lay all level before I do that. So I add a little bit more hot glue there just to strengthen it. And make sure none of that hot glue kind of leaks down on the front of the tree topper where it shouldn't be. But I was actually impressed with how well this kind of stayed put. I wasn't too sure if this would stay on there, but it's rather lightweight, so I think it'll be okay. The other thing I noticed is that my Mary was kind of a different color of red than my tree topper. And the only kind of dark red I have is this chalk paint by Waverly, but mine is so old and clumpy, but we're going to try to make it work. I just load a makeup sponge, and I'm just going to gently go over this, changing my shade of red, making it a little bit more in line with the red on the tree topper. Being very careful not to get any on my burlap below. And I had to prop that up too, so that my tree topper still has a little bit more time to dry, but it is firmly in place now. And we have a Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas tree DIY. Very cute little frame. Just a couple of additions with items from the Dollar Tree to give it that red and black buffalo check pattern with the little cute little red deer on there. Just going to give it a different vibe than just the white and burlap like it was before. But as you can see, it's a really big Christmas tree, which is probably one reason why it cost $5. Now, I thought we should continue with that theme on with a Christmas present since we did a tree. This is an ornament that I got at the Dollar Tree, and the greenery on top is cute, but I thought it would look cuter with a bow. So I'm carefully trying to remove the greenery from the top. It is kind of wired in there, but it's also hot glued on. So I did have to melt the hot glue a little bit to get it to move, but I'm trying not to destroy the burlap ribbon or the red and black buffalo check fabric that was used to wrap the present. So cute. And it's easier than doing that yourself. Now I wanted to replace it with a bow, and this was the only bow that I had that I thought would work. It is one of the little red velvet bows from the Dollar Tree. But I don't really need the tails on there. So I'm going to have to do a little chopping of the tails here. I'm just going to trim those off. And then it did kind of open my bow up, so I'm just going to hot glue that back down. I just kind of want the bow loops there. And the color is really nice, that red velvet. And we can just attach that to the top of our present for another super easy Christmas DIY. I was trying to decide if I wanted it straight or if I wanted it diagonal, and I decided I liked it better diagonal. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on there and glue my bow into place. And now we have a little fake Christmas present that's going to look great displayed with the Christmas trees that we are going to DIY with this red and black buffalo check. But I thought the burlap ribbon looked really cute on there. It's definitely that like lumberjack vibe, but very cute for Christmas. And I always enjoy adding a little red and black buffalo check to a corner of my house for Christmas. And I think this will be perfect. It's super cute. I was actually going to wrap a present like this. Then I remembered that I picked up this Christmas ornament and I'm like, that would be perfect. It's actually pretty large too. And this is how it looks with my little red velvet bow right on top, a little gift. Hey guys, I wanted to let you know that I have memberships available on my channel now. For $4.99 a month, you're going to get early ad-free access to my videos. And I have 20 wonderful Crafty Beach Bum members. If you would like to join, all you have to do is hit the join button underneath this video. Okay, next DIY. I picked up this cute little burlap Christmas tree at the Target dollar spot. It was only $3 and it's actually pretty cute and nice size. And the bottom's covered in burlap. And I think it looks pretty nice. It's pretty full for what it is. The burlap was a little bit frayed all over. So I'm just going to go in with my scissors and give it a quick trim. And we're going to do that same red and black buffalo check on this DIY as well. We have several of the buffalo check DIYs, and then we're going to switch it up again to another Christmas theme just for some variety. So I got it trimmed up, and my branches look great. I found these little ornaments, mini ornaments at the Dollar Tree that have like the red and black buffalo check on them, a little greenery, some berries, super cute, and I thought 4 would be plenty. I also wanted to do a simple tree topper, and I didn't really have anything small enough, so I'm going to borrow the little pine cone and the little red and black checked ribbon from this ornament from the Dollar Tree. It's a little sleigh, and I usually replace these things anyway or take them out when I go to use those for decor, so I thought I might as well just steal the little bow. So I just took it all apart. Trimmed up the bow a little bit to give some cleaner edges, and then I thought that'd be a really simple little tree topper. I'm just going to do a little dot of hot glue to put the little bow right on top. And I just didn't have anything else that was like to the right scale, like star or anything like that. But I thought the bow would be a nice little touch, and it's going to go with my ornaments. And then I'm going to glue that little pine cone that was on there too, just for fun. It's going to give you that woodsy effect. Now the ornaments are little mini ornaments, and they're a little bit larger than the tree, but we're going to modify them a little bit to make them work. But I thought 4 would be plenty. So they already have like the red string hangers on them, so that is good. One step solved. Some of the fabric was a little ratty, which I don't mind too much for this look, but I tried to clean it up the best that I could. And we're going to hang our first ornament on the tree. Now, I thought that my strings were a little too long, so my ornaments were hanging a little lower than I wanted. So I'm just going to tie another knot just to shorten the hanger. Now, when I did that, it did make it a little bit more challenging to get it on the branch, but it made it hang where I wanted it to hang, and so that was kind of more important. So I went ahead and did that. So I'm going to do the same thing here for the other 3 little buffalo check Christmas tree ornaments. And we're going to kind of scatter these. I'm not really going to decorate the back of this tree. I'm just going to kind of do the front and the sides. And we'll pop that one on that branch down there. And I just wanted to decorate this very simply. A cute little $3 tree. I'm not sure, did Dollar Tree Plus have a $3 tree option? I know I bought their $5 tree at Dollar Tree Plus this year. And it is huge and really pretty and flocked. And I'm going to go ahead and attach that. That's the only Christmas tree I have up in my house. We're going to have to leave it up all the way through January since we're so late getting it up, right? I hate being sick and having plans fall through like that. So I went ahead and did the same on all 4. So I'm just hanging them 2 on the sides, kind of 2 like a little bit lower. And then I did kind of have like a little bit of a hole in the front. And I thought it would look better with like a more odd number of ornaments than an even number like that, but I just took that extra greenery that was on the sleigh and just kind of popped that in there to fill it in. but it still kind of needed something. So I decided to kind of go with that pine cone vibe that we have there with the tree topper. And I went through my pine cone stash, see what I had. And this is probably the smallest one I had from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to pop that right in there and see if I like that. And I think that looks really cute. Definitely goes with the theme and helps fill out the tree. I don't have a hanger or anything, so I just do a little bit of hot glue to glue that in place. And it is complete. I'm not going to do like a tree skirt or anything for this Christmas tree, but I think it's really simple and cute, and it's small enough to display just about anywhere. It definitely gives you that like red and black buffalo check feel. And those ornaments are really cute. I love any of the little mini ornaments and stuff like that. Sometimes they have them at Dollar Spot too. I always try to pick some up for some little mini trees like this. But this is how it looks with a little burlap bottom. And on to the next DIY. I wanted to continue that red and black theme, and this is kind of a larger version of that Mary that we used on the Christmas tree sign, made out of MDF. This is Dollar Tree Cricut vinyl. And I had somebody correct me in a video recently and said, that is not Cricut vinyl. Well, yeah, I know it's not Cricut vinyl, but you're supposed to use it in your Cricut, so what am I supposed to call it besides Cricut vinyl? And I am going to cover the front of the little Mary sign with that red and black buffalo check. I like to take mine out of the box and store them in the rolls like that. I find it easier to find the patterns and colors like that when I go to cover something with it. Now I cut down a strip of this. I want to cover all of the front of the Mary word with the red and black buffalo check. And I decided the easiest way to do that would be to use a pair of scissors and trace around. Now, I don't know if that was the right decision, because even though this project's super easy, I'm just sticking vinyl onto the front of the sign. It did take me a lot longer than I thought it would. And so maybe my technique is not great. So if you have used this to cover something like this before and you have a better method, be sure to share in the comments below. I'm all ears. I love learning from you guys. But I thought this would be the best option. And it was just really hard to get my pen in certain areas. So I had to kind of guess on some areas when I was cutting it out. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't have like too much of the plastic overhanging the edges. So it just involved a lot of sanding and trimming and cutting that I was like, oh, I don't know if this was the easiest way to do this. So if you've done it a better way, or you've seen somebody else do it a better way, be sure to help me out. So I just go through with my scissors and I'm just going to cut down everything. I'm trying to cut on the inside of the lines to make it shorter, since the pen kind of is the outline, right? So I'm trying to cut all of the pen parts off and just kind of taking my time. This vinyl from the Dollar Tree is not super thick. The pattern's really cute though. I thought that would be the easiest way for me to get red and black buffalo check on there. And it's probably easier to cut than if you had fabric or something like that. But I love that little deer design for the Y in Mary. I think that's so cute. And I thought it would look really cute with the other DIYs that we just did. The only other option I was thinking is that I almost put the whole strip of vinyl on the front, kind of like what we did with the decoupage houses earlier. And then I could have went in and cut it out with a razor blade. I'm thinking that might be a better method. Especially like cutting these inside parts of the letters, you kind of have to fold it and cut it to kind of get in there, which is a little tricky to do, but I went ahead and cut everything down to size. This E like cutout area was kind of a little bit crazy, but I'm just going to speed this way up. It just took me a lot of extra time to cut it out and to sand it and trim it than I really expected. It is a hanging sign, but I'm going to kind of make mine a standalone sign. These do stand up on their own. And I decided the best way to attach it would probably be like one letter at a time. So I'm going to start with the M and try to line it up here the best that I can and try to get it smooth with as little bubbles or creases as I can. And trying to get it lined up just perfectly. And smooth that out. And then I'm just going to kind of go one letter at a time adding that on there, and I did pretty good. And then I was like, I am having like some overlap, so I'm trying to get it on there the best that I can. I did have a few places where I did have some wrinkles, which really couldn't be avoided, but we're gonna make it work. So I put it on there. I tried to smooth it out a little bit with one of those little Cricut scrapers to get it a little bit flatter. And I was a little worried at first, but it actually turned out really cute. So the finger sander is great for small spaces. The only problem is that some of these spaces were just too small. So I was trying to like switch to a razor blade and kind of cut those all down. So I gave a lot of the top there and in between the letters a good sanding, trimming it down, just these little tiny pieces of vinyl that I had a little bit too much on. Just trying to get really clean edges. The only easy parts to sand with the finger sander is like the top and the bottom and the sides, where you can really get in there and sand that down to size. So then I switched up to my sharper razor blade. That did help a little bit, kind of scrape that up against the edges to cut that all off. But again, I'm cutting off little tiny strips where if I had all the vinyl on there, I would be cutting out like a bigger piece. So I think that might have been the easier way to do it. So you'll have to let me know if you've tried it and you found a better way. But I persevered. I did a lot of trimming and a lot of sanding. And I also sanded the front of it to kind of rough it up a little bit to give it a rustic look. And then I thought I would seal it as well. So I'm just going to go over the whole thing with a thin coat of Mod Podge to give it more of a matte finish and kind of seal in that roughed vinyl. I didn't want it to look super perfect. I wanted it to look a little bit weathered. And it does stand up on its own. So all I have to do is pop the hanger off the back to make a little standing sign that says Mary. And it's not perfect, but it turned out pretty cute. So here's our little Mary with the deer head and the red and black buffalo check. You can see how I roughed up that vinyl with my little finger sander, kind of scratching that black, just making it look a little bit more weathered. I kind of like that vibe a little bit more. But a super cute way to deal with those Dollar Tree signs. I think it turned out great, and it's going to look great displayed here with the other little red and black buffalo check Christmas DIYs that we did today. Now let's switch it up and do some bling. Some of you guys like some gold, some glitter, some sparkle. And they had these great glitter jumping deer signs at the Dollar Tree that are really large that I thought would make a really big, cute decoration. I got the gold glitter one. I thought that was so pretty. And then I also found this frame at the Dollar Tree. I've never seen this before, but it's like a gold metal ring with a frame inside and a base. And I thought that would make the perfect stand to make it look like the deer is jumping. And I can actually use the frame too. It's there, so I kind of have to do something with it, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and peel off the tape here, remove the picture that's inside. And I did design a free printable that I will be sure to include in the description below this video. Just trying to loosen the tabs there on the sides to make it large enough. I printed the printable out on photo paper to make it super sparkly or, shiny like the rest of the project, not the matte finish of cardstock. So I just printed it out on a 5x7, but I designed it 4x4, which is what this frame was. And I'm just going to cut that down. It just says Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's got some gold on it, so I thought that would go nicely with it. And I just cut that down to size and slide that right into the frame. Super easy. So it's going to kind of serve as a sign, but it's also going to be a great base for our little jumping deer. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean that up a little bit. It was a little weathered, but not really scratched, so I think it'll be okay. So there's our little Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And then I'm going to attach it. I'm going to have it jumping this way because my sign was scratched a little bit, so I'm going to kind of hide that part on the back. And I was worried that this was going to need more than hot glue, but it actually turned out really well. The little deer is pretty lightweight. It's just thin cardboard covered in glitter. I just propped it up with a little ink pad that I had there, and I'm just going to glue it to the little hoof of the deer and like its body just to give it another contact point. And I was really kind of impressed that it's so lightweight that it still stands up perfectly. The base works really well. Then I thought it'd be really cute to add some more little fun touches to it. And I have some of the gold jingle bells from Dollar Tree. And I thought we could decorate the little antlers of this little glitter deer and make him even cuter. So I'm just going to do a little dot of hot glue. They have these little round parts on the end of each one of his antlers, which is the perfect size for these little jingle bells. And it's just going to give him another little fun touch. But again, this DIY, so easy. And I will include the printable down below if you're lucky enough to find that same frame. I've never seen that before. I thought it was really pretty. So each antler has a little jingle bell. I thought about doing something around its neck, but I kind of like the simplicity of that gold glitter deer. He's so sparkly and pretty. And this is how he turned out. And he's actually pretty large too. I'm not sure how well this would hold up outside, but it is large enough to go outside. I'm definitely going to keep mine inside the house though. And this is how it turned out. So that frame did a great job of anchoring it. And I didn't really have to construct anything to make it stand. So I kind of liked that. And I always think that you can see the glitter better with video. And so here is the glitter cam to show you how sparkly that is. Okay, the next DIY, so easy. I don't even know if it's a DIY. I found this beautiful gold candlestick at the Dollar Tree, and they had these little red candles that I thought looked really pretty for Christmas. They are actually vanilla and cinnamon scented too. They just have a really great texture on the sides and like a domed top, like it's kind of pointy. I thought it was really pretty, and the candle was just about as pretty as the candle holder. And I thought this would look great with some of that gold bling. And I always like to use a little bit of hot glue just to help keep my candle in place. But that part's totally optional, but you could totally burn this as well. A super easy little Christmas candle DIY using 2 items from the Dollar Tree. Isn't that candle really pretty? I saw that in the regular candle aisle and I thought, ooh, this is going to be perfect for Christmas. And I love that gold candle holder. Look how beautiful that is. Hey, you can see a reflection of me in the, it's so shiny. Isn't that so pretty? And I think that's going to look really pretty with that gold bling decor. And now the next DIY, let's add some gold bling to one of their giant ornament signs from the Dollar Tree. Now, I've done like giant ornaments that I've hung in the windows a couple of videos ago, and I kind of wanted to do a gold bling version of a giant ornament. So I'm going to use some of the glitter cardstock from Dollar Tree. I thought I was going to need 2 pieces, but I only ended up needing 1. And I'm going to show you how to make a really fun little ornament. So I'm going to go ahead and put mine on the back of mine straight up. That way I still have the corners that I can use for the next part of the DIY. And I just use an ink pen and draw this simple shape of the ornament out on the back of the cardstock. And I love it when Dollar Tree has cardstock because I try not to buy crafting items anywhere besides Dollar Tree and Dollar Spot. So if they don't have paper, I usually don't get any paper. But I'm just going to go ahead and cut that down to size. Super easy design. You could also do this with like the round ornaments. This is kind of like, what is this? More like a teardrop ornament. And I was glad to see that the corners were big enough to cover the trees, which I want to add to the ornament to make it look like it's an embossed ornament. So first though, I'm going to have to attach the glitter cardstock, and it is a little thick with kind of a coated back. So I'm going to do quite a thick coat of Mod Podge all over my ornament to make sure that it's going to be strong enough to hold that to it. And then I'm just going to lay that right down, kind of smoothing out the edges the most. I noticed it kind of wanted to tend to pull away a little bit. So I did have to make sure all the edges were glued, including the tips. And I think that looks pretty good. And I did pop a hole in there with my little Cricut weeder so that I can make a hanger for that. And then I'm going to use some of the little wood cutout shapes from the Dollar Tree. I'm just using the Christmas tree shape. I thought that would be really easy little silhouette to cut out. And I'm going to do 3 of these. So I'm going to cut this out on my gold glitter cardstock. And that way we can make it look like the ornament has texture, kind of an embossing look is what I was going for. So I'm just going to sketch that out on all my scraps there with an ink pen, super easy. And then we can just cover these little wood ornaments just like we covered the giant ornament. So it's just a matter of trimming them down. Not a very intricate cut like earlier. No wonder my hand was cramping after some of these DIYs. But I wanted to keep everything really easy today, and hopefully you've got some fun Christmas crafting inspiration. Even if you are done crafting for Christmas, you'll have to save this video for next year. So I think that's going to look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and trim down my others, and then I am just going to simply Mod Podge the paper onto the front of each one of the little Christmas trees, and then we can attach those to the front of the giant ornament. And while I'm doing that, I wanted to ask the same question that I posted on Facebook and on my YouTube community page. I wanted to know a story. You can leave it in the comment below. Like, what's a cherished holiday decoration in your home that has a special story behind it? I always love to hear about people's cherished holiday possessions because most of us have one, even if we've kind of started over with a tree. Like I myself have started over with a tree and done like a coastal beachy feel. I do still put baby picture ornaments and my son on there, and a few special ones that aren't exactly beach, but they don't really clash with beach. But mine is, I have this great set of vintage art prints that were hanging in my grandmother's house. They're very old. They are like oval shaped, and one is an old man and one is an old lady. My grandma had them hanging up year round, but I used to stare at them all the time at her house and tell her, these look like Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. And I was convinced they were Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. And so when she passed away, I was able to receive those, and I put those out every Christmas. And it always makes me smile because it always reminds me of my grandma and being a small child at her house year round. But I thought they were Christmas decorations, so that's what I've made them. So I just hot glued the little Christmas trees on the front, kind of all in a row. And then I'm just going to make a simple little ornament hanger. I looked everywhere for my red and white baker's twine and couldn't find it until after I finished with this DIY, of course. But I just used a brown and white one and tied a little knot to make a simple little hanger for our gold sparkly Christmas ornament. And I think this turned out so pretty. And using the little wood ornaments, just a fun way to add texture. It almost kind of like blends in, like right in the picture. But don't worry, I have the glitter cam coming up in a second to kind of give it the sparkly feels, because you're not getting any of that like glitter, sparkle movement just from the pictures, right? But these are the photos of my little Christmas DIY, and then here's that glitter cam. Just a little fun touch I wanted to add to this video, since we're doing a little bit of glitter. Okay, that was all 15 Christmas DIYs. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to comment your favorite DIY below or your favorite Christmas possession. Okay, here's the final reveal. Enjoy.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing, just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. while Santa's busy saying ho, ho, ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day. A Merry Christmas Day. Oh, yeah. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as we walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Yeah, a Merry Christmas Day. Dancing around the Christmas tree, wishing all a Merry Christmas. Dancing around the Christmas tree, wishing all a Merry Christmas. Dancing around the Christmas tree, wishing all a Merry Christmas Day. Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out, the reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing.
Thank you so much for watching, and I want to give a special thank you to all of my Crafty Beach Fun members for supporting my channel here on YouTube. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to Coastal Couple, Karen O'Haron, Pamela Bergeron, I Am Mojo Jojo, Belinda Elizabeth, Jamie Job, Susan Edmonds, Carrie R., Tracy Knight, Vernon Noctegal, Nancy Warner, Julie Miller, Tammy Coates, Janae Farrington, Pamelia Wren, Whitney Harrison, Maria Grace, Butterfly Mama, Donna Schreiner, and Tina Kane. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you would like to join my channel as well, all you have to do is hit the join button underneath this video. It's $4.99 a month. You're going to get early ad-free access to my videos, and you can cancel any time. Okay, thanks so much for making it all the way to the end of today's video. It really does help my videos so much when you do. If you would like to watch more crafting, YouTube thinks that you might enjoy this Christmas DIY video right here. Happy crafting!